Hundreds of patients in Maryland paying thousands of bucks for braces up front, then suddenly their orthodontist disappears without a trace.
Yeah, those families left scrambling for help. What happened? CBS 46's Brittany Miller did some digging, and she found the dentist more than 600 miles away here in Georgia.
That's right. We were able to track him down and do a couple of other things. We put him on camera. We asked him what happened to patients' hard-earned money, and in the end, we got him to agree to pay them back.
I'm sorry for what happened.
He just left town. You just pretty much took my money, ran off.
I was just scrambling and praying to Jesus Christ.
It's sickening. It's just sickening.
This story is more than stomach-turning. It's jaw-dropping. Ariana Hatton was eager to give her then 13-year-old daughter the perfect smile. The Maryland mother went to a doctor she trusted, orthodontist Daryl Clark. He fixed crooked teeth for close to 30 years, had a clean record with the state dental board, and promising online reviews from other patients.
I put my trust into you to fix my daughter's mouth.
That mouthful of metal cost her $6,000. Hatton says her daughter saw Dr. Clark for a little over a year, until one day she showed up to book her daughter's next appointment.
When I looked in the office, there was nothing. I mean nothing. The office was completely empty.
Dr. Clark was gone.
He just left town with a lot of patients that, you know, still had braces on and didn't know what to do.
The online comments are telling. Ex-patients now calling him, quote, very unprofessional, claiming they, quote, cannot even get dental records from his office. Hundreds of families convinced Dr. Clark took thousands of dollars they paid up front and vanished.
He never called me. He never said anything at all.
We hunted down this orthodontist to get answers, and we found him at an office in Metro Atlanta.
What do you say to people that say you just up and left 250 to 300 patients without any notice?
I did. And like I said, I sent letters. I left a message on the same phone they had been calling before, and that was there for 2 months. For 2 months.
It was tough to get a straight story. First, he said he told all his patients that he was closing his practice and moving to another office. But Dr. Clark later backtracked, admitting some families never heard from him.
To get all the letters I wanted to send out, okay? I couldn't even pay for all the stamps.
Apparently, Dr. Clark couldn't pay any of his bills, revealing to me he closed down his office because he was flat broke.
I had long been living paycheck to paycheck. I have no retirement, no nothing. And for all of this, come down in that way. I was just scrambling and praying to Jesus Christ. And I just was trying to get as much together as I could.
Drowning in tears and debt, I had to ask, what did you do with patients' hard-earned money?
After all the bills had been paid and staff had been paid, whatever was left over then came to me. If there was nothing, there was nothing.
What do you say to people that believe you're a con man?
Well, look at my accounts and you'll see what is the con and what's not the con. Yeah.
Dr. Clark then told me he wanted to make things right. My answer to that, prove it. I immediately called the Maryland mother to talk about her $6,000.
I would like to reach out, you know, to try to help you.
The service was not even worth it.
Ma'am, I'm sorry for those past things.
Apologetic, Dr. Clark says he's finally ready to put his money where his mouth is.
There's a lot of people that I owe, and it's to my understanding that it may be, you know, for the rest of my life that I'm paying back.
Yeah, I guess now, Brittany, the question is, will anybody ever receive any of that money?
So many of those patients that paid for the dental work did so through Care Credit, which is a credit card service that allows you to pay for your medical bills. So they'll have to dispute that charge through that process. But again, Dr. Clark, you heard him say he will
really take the rest of his life to pay people back, and he told me it's going to be through a payment plan.
Okay, and you say that with a smile on
I'm
your
sorry.
face because he took the money and he fled. You tracked him down. We talked earlier offline about the emotions, and I'm wondering, you came face to face with him. We're not so convinced, right?
You know, I have to say, I asked that question, do you believe you are a con man? Just because the stories were never really, it wasn't a straight story, and it was hard to really get the truth from him. So,
and did he ever say what he did with all that money? What, you know, I mean, you think about dentists and orthodontists, not everybody's rich, but you know what I mean?
he was saying he was using it to pay other bills. He was saying
wait,
he was broke.
do you think those are crocodile tears? I mean, coming face to face with him, just impression.
He seemed sincere at times, I'll say that.
All right, I think that's
At
fair.
times.
So we're going to follow up on whether
Of
or not
course we
there's a
will.
payment plan.
Yes, of course we will.
Okay.
Thank you, Brittany.
Good work. Thank you.